with her again, and then he unalived her. Yeah, because, and he would have had a good case, but his case was he actually left. If it was, they reckon if it was like spur of the moment, maybe it would be manslaughter. But he left, right? Thought about it, came back, slept with her again, right? And then unalived her, right? Because of what she had told him the day before. So my point is here, right? He wasn't educated on the disease. Because, is that the right word, disease? That you
it's
call
a disease, yeah.
Right. So guess what? He went to jail. He's still in jail from M. Yeah. And guess what? He doesn't have HIV. And it's not easily caught either, which what a lot of people think. It could happen once. It could happen. Might not happen for. Do you know what I mean? It might not
and as you said
happen.
before,
If you take
So my point
medications,
is, if
it's
he
hard
had
to catch
educated
it.
himself
yes,
and got
absolutely.
tested, he would have realised he was actually negative.
But this is
even
why I'm
though
saying,
he
Angie.
slept with her for 6 months.
But this is why I'm saying, Angie, the woman before was saying this. She was saying, like, young people now, like, I worked in a sexual health clinic, Angie. People will walk out of the sexual health clinic, phone people and go, oh, yeah, I've got this, I've got syphilis, I've got chlamydia. But they won't say that about HIV. The taboo around the topic is huge, right? And that's what she was saying. And that's
it's not curable.
But it's
if
treatable.
that was curable,
It's treatable.
there would be no stigma.
It's treatable, and you can prevent by being on PrEP. So you can prevent it by being on PrEP and taking PrEP on a daily basis. You can take PEP, post-exposure, whatever the last phrase is. I was 17 when I worked in the clinic. So you can take PEP immediately afterwards. So if you have unprotected, I don't know if you can say the word X, so you can then take PEP as a post-exposure preventative measure. But all I was coming in, Angie, to say was like, Hungry Guy was coming in going, oh, that woman, you know, she was saying all right stuff. She was just, Angie, which I think is very fair to say. The inflicted bit, you're saying you didn't mean it, great, but that's all she was saying. It's not helpful. Now, I was coming in to say, you know, schools do talk about this. So you're coming on Saturday morning saying, like, you know, people aren't educated. They are.
No, I don't think all schools.
No, but do they though, Jake?
No, I don't think all schools.
Hungry Guy, when was you last in school? Hungry Guy, when was you last in school?
No, I'm asking you.
Hungry Guy, when was you last in school?
We never. I mean, maybe it's
because from what I've seen, all people love to put on PrEP, thinking that they're going to cure them from everything. Okay, they're completely stupid. They don't realize. Okay, that might stop you from catching HIV, and that's not even 100%. Okay, but you're forgetting about all the other STDs that are out there.
Hepatitis,
do you see what I mean?
Another one that's not curable. Is it hepatitis C?
Yeah, that's the thing. So you can get injection. You can. So this is the thing, Angie. If you go to, this is the thing. Genuinely, like it should be. I don't want to say like a good thing, but it shouldn't be any shame of going to an actual health clinic. You should just go and get a checkup anyway. Because as you said, Angie, you can be. Look, you know, don't want to. It's Valentine's Day. We shouldn't really get into people's relationships, but you don't know if people are having affairs or whatever else is going on. So even if you're, you know, committed, and so going for regular health checks is great, but that's where you can also get. Injections, boosters, all those different types of things as well. So that absolutely should be the case. But like, I didn't come in to go, oh, we've got to have an argument. It's just sometimes like, I've been attacked here for saying like it is a sensitive thing in the gay community, and Hungry Guy for whatever reason just thinks like, okay, as a gay man it's fun to go, oh, it's not about gay people, and like it is very sensitive in the gay community, like it's extremely sensitive.
I don't think it's sensitive. I think it's pretty straightforward.
It's not sensitive, right? Okay,
it's not really sensitive because it's very straightforward. We all know who has it and who hasn't. If you're up
we don't all know who's got it.
We all know about
if the
viral load is low, the likelihood of transmission is very low.
Do we wear a badge?
We are very educated in the gay community.
Do we wear a badge?
HIV.
How do we know
nothing like, yeah.
How do we know everyone's got it?
Yeah.
Sorry?
How old are you?
Why?
No, because you're round about I'm 46, so you're around about because I remember being at school and them teaching this in SMEX Ed.
I never got educated at, no.
Did you not? Because we were told, like, the boys and the girls
not all
were
schools
separated.
educated it.
I'm just saying, the boys and the girls were separated.
Yes, and that was, I'm 33, it happened with me, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, the girls were kind of told about their cycles.
And we got bloody bananas and stuff.
Free stuff.
But were you told about HIV?
Planning. I'm just surprised you weren't.
No.
No.
Exactly.
I wasn't.
Well, Hungry Guy, you've just said we all know who's got it and who hasn't. Did you say that?
I didn't get
I said we all know who's got it and who
Oh my God, I'm
hasn't.
saying the
If
chat
you're
said you
honest,
didn't
that's
say
fine.
it. You said
Then
it's not
some
sensitive,
people
but we
do
all know
hide
who's
it,
got
but
it and
that's
who
from them.
hasn't. How do you know? Is it in
Look,
the
if I
eyes?
met
Is
some
it the way
random
my
person-
eyebrows are shaped? Or how do we know?
There is no. You have to base it on people being honest and upfront.
So how do we
now,
know
I
we've
could
got it
go
or
sleep with
don't?
someone, and I could have no idea what their status is. However,
But you're
I will
all
take the
This is
precaution
such
and the
an
protection
unintelligent
from
conversation.
my
Johnny, I'm
ask
really
you a
sorry. I'm
question,
going
to
to
make
leave you
sure
to
that I
it
don't
because he
catch
is
it.
bonkers.
It's not bonkers. If you do everything you're supposed to do,
You've just sat there and said,
you
we
can't
know
help
who's got
what
it and
other
who hasn't
people
got
do.
it, so it's not sensitive for gay people anymore.
Yeah, but you can't help what other people do. If someone doesn't want to tell you the status and want to go around sleeping without a Johnny on and stuff like that, that's not on you. That's on them. Now, what I can
What's
do,
that got to do
I can
with
make
saying we
sure
know
that
who's got
I
it and who
wear
hasn't got
protection.
it?
I can make sure that I can get protected. And if I don't know someone's status, I will go and get PEP. Simple.
Okay, cool. But that's just completely irrelevant to what I've just asked you. You've just said, we know in the gay community who's got it and who hasn't got it. Like, Angie, do you believe that? Do you believe we know
I
who
never
has
said
got
that. We know in the gay
HIV and who
community
hasn't?
who has it and who hasn't. I said we are very educated on HIV.
You didn't say
in
we're
the
very
gay
educated. You
community.
said we now
We
know
don't
who's
need
got
Can I
anyone
it.
ask you guys a
educating or
question,
anything.
right? How come? Because there is a stigma behind this HIV.
Yeah.
What about hepatitis B, which is not spoken?
doesn't
Hepatitis
have
C,
the
which is
stigma,
not spoken
no.
about enough. There's not doesn't seem to be a stigma.
The
about
awareness
that.
is not there.
Is that the same way you can
No.
hepatitis C?
So even like, and I'm not saying Grindr is the sole thing, but it is by far in the world the most popular place that gay men, talk, right? You don't put your hep status or injections or anything like that. And I agree with you, right? Like there's just nowhere near the level of understanding around it.
But when I
It's
said
just
it's a
not talked
choice,
about.
Jake, see, when I said it was a choice, maybe my words get a bit with my words sometimes, especially if I
Yeah.
So self-inflicted is definitely the wrong word, so I apologise for that.
But
But
can I
when I'm
please, Angie,
talking
can I just
about,
say on that, because I agree with you. I'm absolutely fine that you're saying, yeah, look, just clumsy words, whatever. But the
Yeah.
reason it's sensitive, Angie, if I can please just quickly say, like, I've got a really good friend of mine who said, like, even then, being open about it, on that first date, people will not come back for another date, even though he's on his. Sorry, I don't know what you call it when you're positive and you're on. I can't remember what the phrase. You're on something that then where basically you become undetectable, right? So if you had a test, you're actually undetectable, but you have to maintain the medication. But Angie, what I'm saying is, people then, I just say, because they don't necessarily know, they are then fearful of like, I just don't want to go out with you anymore. And that's why I think it's sensitive. Is it's not just the case that of knowing or not knowing. Is yes, you can now live a full life. It's not PrEP. It might be PrEP, but I think PrEP is more like to prevent it, and you can take it as a preventative. But yeah, Angie, I just know a good friend of mine who's like, the minute it's mentioned in dating, it's done. It's just done. And that's why that campaign about you equals undetectable was such a big thing. Antivirals, thank you, everyone. Thank you. So sorry, Angie, that's the only reason like I'm jumping on the issue of it being, sensitive is it isn't just a case now of, okay, well, you can live with it now. It's also actually, it's still quite a challenge. And actually, there's still been issues, hasn't there, Angie, around jobs. You still can't do certain roles because of blood. I think for surgeons and stuff, it's only just really changed, hasn't it? But it used to be a case of, for a lot of roles, you just couldn't even be in the role.
And can I just say, in the gay community, we do know who has it and who hasn't, because, like he said earlier, in Grindr, the bit where it says status, what is your status? Negative, positive, whatever. In Tinder, there isn't a section where you can write your status.
Yeah, it does.
But the fact is, in the gay community,
like
we do know
underneath your
who has
height
it
and
who
weight,
hasn't.
you put
If
height,
you're honest.
body shape, etc. Underneath it says HIV status. Yeah. But I think the point there, Angie, is to make it normal. It's to make it a sense of like it's just on your profile.
Forget the gay community. We're educated. We know what's what. This is for the straight people.
But you do know straight people this is what I don't understand.
I think the
No, but that's
problem
what I'm
here,
saying.
why there
Straight
was a
people aren't
stigma. Can I just say,
educated on HIV as much as gay people are.
Can I say something though, Jake? I think the reason why there's a stigma, because I've had a test and I've gone and had all that done, and it's the questions they ask you, and if you look on the NHS website, it's the same question they ask you, and that is, have you been with a man that has been with a man?
Yeah.
So when you're out there, you get those kind of questions. Obviously, there's going to be that stigma. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can I just say thank you for boxing me, Angie? This is my first ever live on TikTok. My mum passed away through a blood transfusion. She caught hepatitis C in the 80s through childbirth. The thing is, with blood tests, a lot of people just assume that it's going to obviously detect everything when it doesn't actually detect everything. It only detects what the doctor specifically asked for. So unless you've been in the line of, rugs or prostitution or something like that, it's not going to specifically test you for HIV or hepatitis.
Do you think it should be a standard test? Because I think it should be.
Well, they have actually changed the law now, that they are going to do that now, because obviously there's been so many people that have been contaminated via the blood, which was a massive campaign that they've been doing for years.
Can I just say, Keel, just to add to this, when you go to A&E for whatever reason, if you need to have a blood test, it's a standard now that they test you for HIV. It's a standard.
Now, yeah. Which is what obviously the contaminated blood community have been doing
test you
for
when
years.
you're pregnant. I'm sure I got tested when I had my eldest.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
This only happened within like post-pandemic.
Yeah, Dolly, I don't know about the mandatory bit, but I do know, hence again, working in the clinic, that, you know, obviously it is a big issue then with having
a lot of them
children.
when I went to a clinic, I'm sorry, you know,
when I got pregnant. So.
When I went to have a abortion, which you all know about, I've been quite open about that, they test you there as well.
Right.
Angie, I think Gingin is
when I got pregnant.
And I always wondered why. Why do they test you at an abortion? I don't understand that.
I'm probably presuming because obviously with the contaminated blood, with there being so many people contaminated by the blood transfusions now, they've obviously had to start doing tests because there's still people walking around with it and living with it that they don't even actually know that they've got it. My mum lived with it for 37 years before she was actually diagnosed. She was diagnosed because they presumed that she was having blood cancer, and it wasn't. It was hepatitis that had turned into liver cancer, and obviously then she passed away.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
That's awful. I think Gingin,
yeah. Hi, Gingin. Gingin, are you here? He's not here.
Because he's commenting now. I don't know if he knows about unmuting.
Oh, let me unmute you 1 sec. Just accept that.
So yeah, obviously there is people walking around.
Hi, Gingin.
You know, with
I've had HIV for like 15 years now.
So the stigma is there still that, you know, a lot of people have got it through drugs or through, you know, the lifestyle and that, and not everybody has.
Hi, Gingin. Sorry about that.
Right, so I've had HIV for 15 years now.
Yeah.
But that's a little, just, you know, it's normal to me.
Oh, have you got your music on in the background? It's hard to hear you.
Fuck yeah, sorry.
Were you meditating or something?
So you've had it for 15 years?
Yeah.
How can I ask you a question? How did you feel when you were diagnosed with it?
Crying, everything. It's like real depressed.
Yeah. But 15 years ago, it's different to what it is now, isn't it? Because did they have that PrEP 15 years ago?
No, but I'm on tablets now, so I can live a normal life. I sleep with my boyfriend now. He hasn't got it, but he can't catch off me now because I've got meds.
Oh, right. Does he ever get a bit worried though? No,
he don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But he does. But he's like a real chilled person.
Yeah, with you because you're on the meds and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If your viral low is low, then the risk of transmission is extremely rare. We can't say it's completely like, you can't transmit it, but it's very rare.
Yeah, it's very rare now. He's just...
Did you have to, I mean, you answer what you want to answer, Gingin. You know, if you don't feel comfortable, just
I don't
answer it. But did you have to contact people and all of that and tell people?
No.
No, they didn't ask you to do any of that?
No. I was really open with it. I didn't care.
What's your thoughts on the chat?
And that's the very good thing, that you're very open about it, which is good. Whereas a lot of people aren't open about it.
They're scared. It took me about 3 years to be open with it.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people aren't open about it. And then this is where then obviously people then contract it, you know, like you say, because the stigma's there. It's like, oh my God, I've got this this condition, this disease, if you want to call it that. And then they're like, how do I go about this discussion with this person now?
Gingin, what's been your thoughts on the chat?
I was like, I thought I was going to die, everything about it. I thought now it's all changed.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question,
tell me what
Gingin?
lies I'm saying.
Can I ask you a question, Jinjin? So, even though you're on the meds and things, do you still have to be careful of catching viruses and getting sick and stuff, or can you just live completely normal?
Live normal now.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about what you might
You'll
get.
get regular checkups, don't you, Jinjin? You'll get regular.
Would you say that your
I get
immune
blood
system's
checks
quite
every
low?
6 months.
Would
He's
you
trying
say
to explain,
that
Angie,
your
about...
immune system's quite low though now?
Yeah, but he's trying to explain that Angie's point about infection is, at Jinjin, you're getting regular tests, don't you? You go regularly to the clinic.
Yeah.
Jinjin, can I ask a question?
Aye.
What you and your fella doing
Hi,
for
guys.
Valentine's?
Say it again.
What are you and your fella doing for Valentine's?
Well, I cooked him a breakfast before, avocado and toast and poached egg, and now later on I'm doing poached egg and not poached egg toast. I mean steak.
Ask a question.
Aye.
Hello, Torian.
Morning, Andrew. Right. I wanted to ask a question. Yeah. So, obviously, I know some people get HIV and all these other like actual transmitted diseases. Yeah, but do you think people can hold people accountable, because obviously protection is around, like protection is everywhere, so why are people not using them?
I said, Tony, and I get you, but sometimes, so there's a couple of things, just quickly from me, is that genuinely you can then be in a committed relationship, but the other person has caught it and then even may not know and then passes it on, right? And that's why, Angie, I don't want to go too deep with it, but your point before about like, when you sort of said about, to get asked about, have you slept with a man who slept with a man? That can obviously be, the man might not want to admit that himself, right? Because if he is, having affairs with guys, but he's with a woman, which is still an issue for people, and then that might not come out. But so then, Tori, and the other bit I mentioned before, and thankfully it is much rarer, but there are people who, I don't know if it is called stealth, but it's where then, and I don't want to get graphic, but you wouldn't see that that's what they've done. They take it off.
Can I just say, if you're a man or a woman and you're positive and you dare go and have intercourse with other people and not tell them, you are a cunt. Yeah, sorry, it's a cunt.
No, but
you
actually,
literally deserve hell.
But
You
if you're
need
thinking
to tell
about it,
people.
you don't need to tell them.
Yes, you do.
that
Yeah,
you
if you're
don't
having
know.
intercourse with them, yes, you do.
Okay,
You
what
don't need to
legislation?
tell
Hungry Guy,
them.
what
No.
what
But I believe
legislation?
though that's obviously, if you know, like I say, my mum went for 37 years. Luckily, she was
Yeah,
still
but
with
she
my
didn't
dad.
know.
No.
I'm saying she
No.
didn't
have
If
an
you're
idea.
undetectable, Hungry Guy, what
Yeah.
legislation
If
says
you're
that you need to tell
undetectable,
someone?
even if you're undetectable, okay, you cannot go around and not telling people and then having intercourse with them. It is not
Yeah,
fair.
I agree.
Yeah,
It
I
is not
agree.
fair one bit.
I agree. I'm not gonna lie. If you know
I
you've got
agree.
something,
Obviously, if you know that you're, that you have the disease,
This is
then
where the stigma is. If you
100%.
are undetectable, are people not
No,
undetectable?
but Jake, you do realise if I go and sleep
Hungry
with
Guy,
someone
don't
who's
tell me what I
undetectable and
realise. You
catch
said
it,
before
I can
you
get
know
them
who has it
done.
and
They
who
can,
doesn't.
that can
I
get
am
them
not going to
legally
take from the one
charged.
person in this box what to listen to. You have got no clue about life.
So am I
Don't
wrong?
tell me what I need to
guys,
know about.
Jake is saying if you're HIV positive, you don't have to tell
Is that
people
what I
that
just
you're
said?
sleeping
Is that
with.
what I just
You can
said?
just go around sleep with
Is that
anyone
what I
and
said?
anyone
I
and
said,
not
if you've got
yeah,
HIV,
that's what
sleep
Jake
with
is
whoever
saying.
you
Guys, one
want.
at a time, please.
Angie, but like this guy is absolutely ludicrous. He's off his cake, right?
No,
I didn't say if you've
that's
got
what Jake is
HIV, go
saying.
and sleep with everyone.
Okay, guys, if you have HIV, go and sleep with everyone
Yeah,
and
okay,
anyone. Don't tell them.
That's how
Andy, I
intelligent
need
you
to
are,
go
Hungry Guy.
switch
That's how
off. Can
intelligent
keep
you
me
are.
from the box, lovely?
Even if you're undetectable, just because you're undetectable doesn't mean you can't pass it on. You can still pass it on.
Oh
It's
my
not
God.
100%.
Angie, can you kick me from the box, lovely? I've got to
Yeah.
go and clean
This
it.
guy, like,
So wait,
seriously.
Jake.
No,
Jake,
Jake,
sorry,
it's
yeah.
you. You're
Wait,
basically
Jake.
Let me
telling
talk to
people,
Torian because
don't-
you're
don't tell
fucking
people your
clueless.
status
Hi,
that you're
Torian.
having sex
Right,
with.
wait, one sec, guys. Hold on. Are you saying, babe, just to get understanding, are you saying that people that do have STIs shouldn't disclose it, or are you saying people that don't know they have it shouldn't? So I'm just trying to
But the
understand
point,
what.
like, this is the thing. Like, Hungry Guy just completely interrupted me, and I was talking about something different.
No, you
What
said if you're undetectable, you don't have to say anything. That's what you said, Jake.
Hungry Guy, you said before that you know
Right,
who
wait a
has it and
minute,
who
Hungry Guy,
doesn't.
mute yourself. Let
You
Jake
are
speak.
fucking clueless.
Right, Jake, you
Thank
speak.
you, Angie. Right, Hungry Guy said it's against the law to not tell someone that you have it. That is not the truth. Jin, like, please, you're the person in the box saying you've got it. Do you
Yeah,
have to legally tell someone that you're
No, you
undetectable?
don't. No, you don't.
Well, years
Legally.
ago you did. In the 80s.
Legally.
Before
said
this
no,
med
right?
was about, you had to
Okay,
know
Angie,
what
which is fair, but Hungry Guy, the most intelligent person on TikTok, hasn't got a fucking clue. He said legally. Torian, back to your question. So yes, you should tell people. Absolutely, you should tell people. It's a trust thing, right? So if I was going out with someone, this is a personal opinion, Torian. If I was going out with someone and 3 years later they told me they do have it, I would understand that the stigma might have stopped them from telling me.
Okay, Jake, what about the one
Hungry
night
Guy,
stands
I
that
haven't
gay people
fucking
have on
finished.
Grindr?
One sec, Hungry Guy isn't finished. Let him finish.
Thank you, Angie. I'd feel betrayed that someone just hadn't told me, and that, yes, there's still maybe a risk, but undetectable is undetectable. So the point is, you would not be able to pass it on because Hungry Guy, who apparently knows about viral load, the viral load is not enough to pass on HIV. It's not
Is it
enough.
100%?
Yeah, however, in the
Cannot catch
80s,
it
one
anymore.
sec, Hungry Guy, in the 80s, when they didn't have this PrEP med, you had to legally tell someone. But now what you're saying, you don't need to now.
Because now, Angie,
that
genuinely,
med-
the medication can reduce. It's the
medication.
viral load that becomes the risk, right? And Ginger, honestly, I'm sorry
Yeah,
to.
Jake,
but
you're talking true. Definitely.
thank you.
But if it's not by law, so wait, if you don't have to tell someone by law, then how come it's criminal? It's a
Because the
criminal
issue,
thing
Torian,
when
genuinely,
you-
because it's a good question. The guys I'm talking about, there was one in Scotland who did it. So he'd go on Grindr, he'd have a hookup with someone, he'd put a condom on, and then when they're, and I'm trying to be, I said, not that graphic, when you're then obviously not looking because of the way it bloody works, they take it off, right? So they knew what they've got. They're not, they're wearing protection because that's just because no one's talked about the issue, and then they've passed it on. Right, so what I'm saying is it's very, very different to, for example, sorry, Ginger, I mentioned your name, someone then who's got it, who's under treatment, who's regularly maintaining it, who's getting checks, because he said you get blood checks. You are regularly checked on what your viral load then is. So what I'm saying is you're not going to pass it on. But the guys who've been arrested, because Torian's question was, but if you then know, these are people then, exactly the Grindr killer and stuff, these are people who did it knowing. It was like a revenge thing where they were then passing it on, knowing they've got it by taking the condom off when the person wasn't looking.
Okay, Jake, can I just say one thing? In
No, I'm not
England and
interested.
Wales, you can live.
Sorry, can I just
Get
ask them
criminally
with the Grindr
prosecuted
killer?
if you're living with HIV, wear a condom, and if you don't tell your sexual partner. And you can literally look this up online.
Okay, I'm not even interested. I don't know even what. Apparently, 1 minute we all know who's got it, who hasn't, because we wear badges and stuff. 1 minute it's not a gay issue.
Jake, you're so fucking retarded. Okay, you can literally on fucking Grindr. There is a bit where it says status. On other apps, there isn't a bit where you say status. Hence
Hungry
why
Guy,
in the gay
hello.
community, we know who's got it and who doesn't.
Hungry
Apparently,
Guy.
Don't be
Angie,
fucking
apparently, like
stupid.
Angie, this guy is
Hungry
university educated, a professional.
No, you're
Guy.
fucking stupid and you're
Not everyone
dangerous.
uses
You're the
Hungry
kind of
Guy.
person
I'm
that
a
will go and
dangerous
pass it on to
retard,
people.
Hungry Guy.
Wait,
Oh my God.
Hungry
Don't
Guy.
tell people your status. You're fucking
Hungry
disgusting.
Guy.
Piss off.
Oh my god, Hungry Guy. You just said the R word, my boy.
Jake,
He's just saying
Hi, Keelan.
about Grindr
Hi.
and how everyone puts their status on. Not everyone puts their status on it. Not everyone does that.
I didn't say everyone though, did I?
Yeah, but
No,
Paul,
no,
there's an
no,
option.
no.
There's
Right,
an
Paul,
option
I'm
where you
just-
can put your status on Grindr. On other apps, there isn't an option.
Yeah,
Hungry Guy,
but
you
that's
haven't got a
what-
clue.
That's what we're saying. You're saying everyone knows who has it. Hungry Guy,
Exactly.
that's bullshit. No one knows. No one knows who has
We've
it.
got badges,
You're
Paul.
wrong.
We wear badges.
You're
I
wrong.
have a question, right?
Jake,
You're on, Andrew.
can I just ask quick,
Hungry
sorry,
Guy, you gotta
with
come.
the Grindr killer? So, would he
There's
have
different
been
ones, by the way,
prosecuted
sorry to
for,
say, but yeah.
manslaughter, maybe?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but it was a.
Guys,
the
I'm
guy
gonna
was
have
in
to
Scotland.
restart.
He was a
Hungry Guy.
hairdresser.
One sec, Jake. Hungry
yeah.
Guy gave me a
Yeah,
warning. I'm going to have to
restart.
restart,
Yeah, no
so
problem,
please do
Andrew.
come back if you to continue. Otherwise, I might get banned. Sorry, guys.
No problem.